And it works. It's effective because I don't know what the percentage of people who just say, well, I'll just move to Texas back with, or go back to New York and I'm not going to stay here and fight with this versus the amount of people that I've helped. But I push back hundreds, if not thousands of times for people in that situation.
Right.
And, a couple of them come to mind, and I would like to share them with our audience. I had a guy on a roof who fell off. He was a roofer. Mm-hmm. And he was badly injured and taken away by ambulance, multiple fractures. And you're not going to believe this, but the employer said, we don't know who he is. And then they went to all the other coworkers and said, deny that we know who he is. I'm like, now, wait a minute. You allowed a trespasser on top of a roof where you were doing roofing work. He fell off the roof and no one knows who he is. And they denied the claim. And unfortunately for this gentleman, he was undocumented and he didn't really want to come forward because he was afraid of getting deported. And I'm going to come back and talk about that in a little bit. But you're never going to guess how he proved the case. Blew it wide open. He had the company T-shirt.
Oh.
But he didn't just have one company T-shirt. They had several colors for what day of the week it was, and they all dressed in coordinated fashion. So between that and the paramedics report, and I could put him at the scene at 1:30 in the afternoon, he clearly wasn't trespassing. He was working on the roof, and we were able to get him a lot of benefits. But it's just amazing to me that an insurance adjuster would talk to their company and say, this trespasser was on the roof. He fell off the roof. He shattered his leg and his spine, but we don't know who he is.
Yeah, and so you're saying that the employer, they all came up with that story, and the insurance company went along with it.
Correct.
Turned a blind eye and even pushed that agenda.
Absolutely pushed that agenda.
Crazy.
Absolutely insane, as badly injured as this guy was. Compression fractures of the lumbar spine and a broken leg. Mm-hmm. He's clearly not faking it.
Right.
That's a significant amount of trauma, and I'm so grateful that he had the shirt because, unfortunately, these type of workers are sometimes paid in cash, or they pay one check to one person and he divides the cash up, and it's hard to follow the trail. Mm-hmm. But the point I would like to make, and it's an important point, is this. If you're not a documented worker, don't be afraid to come forward. And the reason being is, the threat is always ICE, deportation. I've never seen it happen, and I've been doing this for 27 years.